Alright guys, how's it going? I've got a new guitar review for you today. Now this isn't quite a budget guitar review like I normally do, but I think as signature guitars go, this is a budget guitar. So this is the Jackson SDX Adrian Smith signature model. And Jackson does make a USA made version of this guitar that goes for several $1,000s, but this is the import version that goes for about $500. And there are actually a lot of signature model guitars that are in this price range. This one's like that, and there's a few different versions of this. And then also the ESP George Lynch series guitars. A lot of those signature models, the LTD ones, go for around $500, and a lot of the Michelangelo Badio guitars from Dean are also in that price range. So that's usually the price point, around $500, that you'll be at if you want to start getting into the artist signature series type of guitars. Now this one I've had hanging on the wall in some of my other videos. A lot of people have asked me to review this one, and this is definitely a really cool guitar. Like I said, this one comes in a few other finishes. This one has the white body, the white pick guard with the rosewood fretboard, and there's also a version that's the white body with the black pick guard and a maple fretboard. Also, just this past year, Jackson brought out a new version of this guitar that has a quilt like trans green finish that looks really cool. So let me say right off the bat here, this is a really awesome playing guitar. You can play all your classic new wave of British heavy metal tunes with this one. But let's check out the specs here. The body on this is alder. Of course, we've got a maple neck. It's a bolt-on neck joint here. We got a nice skunk stripe on the back here where the truss rod goes in. You got a rosewood fretboard on this model. It's 22 frets, and these are jumbo frets, nice and big. Up here, of course, you got the locking nut for the Floyd Rose. Some black tuners, and I really think the black hardware on the maple looks really nice on this one. Down here, of course, we've got the bridge. This is a Floyd Rose special bridge. We've got a humbucker in the bridge and a single coil in the middle and a single coil in the neck. And these are just sort of generic kind of Jackson sourced pickups, but these are all wound to Adrian Smith's specs. For the controls, we've got a single volume, a single tone, and a 5-way blade type switch. Alright, so those are the specs, but let's plug this thing in and listen to how it sounds. Alright guys, so that is the Jackson SDX Adrian Smith Signature Series guitar. Like I said, these go for around $500, and it's honestly a really cool guitar that you can get for that kind of money. Now, one thing that's actually really cool about this guitar, it might not be totally obvious when you first look at it, but most guitars that have a Strat body shape and the pickguard, like a traditional Strat does, and a Floyd Rose, they still have the standard Strat input jack, which is down here on the face of the body. The problem with that is that when you have a cable sticking out of that, it's real easy to actually hook the whammy bar on that cable and ends up pushing the bridge out of tune, which is, not something you want to have happen. So it's definitely way better, like this guitar does, to have the output jack actually on the side of the guitar, so the cable and all that stuff can't get in the way of the whammy bar at all. Now, the feel of the neck and the fretwork on this guitar is really just awesome. It's a very, very thin neck. It's not quite Ibanez thin, but it's definitely thinner than a typical Strat neck, and it really has that nice thin shredder feel to it. Another thing I love about this is the sound of the bridge pickup. It's got a really great crunch and clarity to it that you don't normally get with a lot of other pickups. I don't really like the single coil pickups, especially the neck one, so much, just because they're very, very low output. It sounds great when you're playing clean, but if you want to do some real shreddy stuff on the neck pickup, for me personally, this pickup doesn't quite have the output that I would like it to have. But pickups are easy to change, so that's probably something I'll do with this guitar for a future video. Alright guys, so as cool as this guitar is, what is the coolest signature guitar that you've ever seen? Now, in the past, I've talked a little bit about the Steve Vai Gem, and of course we've got this one. I also did a review of the Chris Broderick Signature Series guitar. So I've checked out a few on my channel, but obviously there are a ton of Signature Series guitars out there, some that were only made in the past or ones that are currently available today. So what do you guys think? What's your favorite one? One last thing guys, if you like that clip I did in the beginning of the video where I was playing the guitar with the backing track, go ahead and look in the video description. I've got some links in there to where you can go and download those backing tracks. Alright guys, as always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more stuff. I'll talk to you soon.